Yo, this is Crim's Corner number. Yeah. Have you heard the name Danye Jones yet? No? What about DeAndre Joshua? What about Ed Crawford? What about Darren Seals? No? See, these four young men have something in common that's very eerie and very concerning. These four men were Ferguson activists. These four men were also found dead. I say they were found murdered. The police say they committed suicide. Three of these young men, Darren Seals, Ed Crawford, DeAndre Joshua, were found shot to death. But again, the cops say they committed suicide. Two of these men, Darren Seals, DeAndre Joshua, were found shot to death in a car that was torched. Again, the officers still say they committed suicide. More recently, Danye Jones was found murdered, lynched, an old-fashioned lynching. But again, the cops say he committed suicide. How was he found? He was found hung from a tree with bed sheets. He went missing. His mother was worried because she's a Ferguson activist too. And she found him in a relative's house in the backyard, hanging from a tree, dead, lifeless, from a bed sheet. Again, the cops say he committed suicide though. She said that he would never do that. I'm more likely to go with the person that gave birth to the person that was found dead because she probably knew him pretty well, I would assume. Now, again, I don't know all the facts. But just being a skeptic and putting two and two together, you have three other men who were found murdered or they committed suicide over the course of 4 years. Why would this be different? Just a coincidence, huh? See, if you don't know about Ferguson, Missouri, go to Google. That's the location where Mike Brown was murdered by Officer Darren Wilson in cold blood when he was walking home. Darren Wilson lynched that man. They left his body sitting outside for hours. Eyewitnesses say it didn't have to happen and it shouldn't have happened. Yet and still, Darren Wilson got off. Now, surprisingly, there were a lot of protests in the area. There were rebellions, uprisings. People were mad, as they should have been, because this system that we know is not broken, it's working the way it's supposed to. The system is corrupt. But for some reason, although changes have been happening in Ferguson, people have been getting involved in changing the system legislatively and judicially, people who have been fighting persistently are ironically being found dead because apparently they committed suicide. Now, again, I don't know all the answers. I just know that something ain't really registering right in my brain, especially with this most recent one, Danye Jones. So if you don't know about Danye Jones, I'm gonna put a link below. I need you to read that, share that story, because we need answers. Share this video, inform people, because we need answers. I don't think this is a coincidence. Now, again, I could be wrong, but I'm naturally a skeptic. Living in this country, you need to be. Believe half of what you hear, none of what you see. You know what I'm saying? Believe none of what they post online from their perspective until it's proven otherwise. That's what I've learned. So Danye Jones, what happened to him? Spread it. Let's figure it out. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.